Crowd looks hyped tonight. Better come with it.
Get after it, MP.
MP, you're my favorite player, man. Always deliver.
Attempting to enter the court for interrupt play or using improper language or gestures. Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject to ejection and possible arrest. Please report any violations of these rules to the nearest usher, security guard, or arena staff member.
Folks, don't forget to come out to the game for Calendar Day. What better way to pass the year than with pictures of your favorite mascot, Pee-wee, and the Wizard Girl.
BC Family. Check out our upcoming home games for information on available tickets.
Welcome in, everyone. The NBA Cup has reached the knockout stage. Tonight, it's a quarterfinal in the East. Along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Got one more great treat for you, folks. Joining us on our broadcast is Shams Charania. I'm so great to have you with us. Thanks for taking the time to take a seat and join us here courtside.
Star-studded group, the pleasure is all mine.
Looking now at some numbers for Bojan Bogdanovic.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
So the Nets starting 5. The guard pair, Schroeder and Thomas. Bogdanovic out there with Trendon Watford. And it's Claxton in at the 5 down low. And for the Wizards, they've got Jordan Poole, Aldrin out there with Bay. Then it's MP, and it's Valanciunas in at the center position. Well, Shams, obviously the big 3 in Brooklyn did not work out. But on the bright side, what a Durant.
It was one of the biggest packages in NBA history. They got 4 first-round picks, a bunch of other pick swaps, and listen, losing Kevin Durant as well as Kyrie Irving, that definitely hurt the Nets, but their front office is very happy with the haul that they were able to get.
And they can really build, and it's going to be
long haul in the long term. It's not just about one season in Brooklyn. They're trying to compete and have sustainable success.
A nice shot by Baldwin.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
That's good from Thomas on the assist by Schroeder. Thomas got 5 now.
A heady play there from Schroeder, zipping the pass to the teammate who had the cleanest look on the possession.
Well, the latest CBA introducing the second apron, limiting Shams what teams above the cap can do. How does that new rule affect teams?
Decision makers tell me that they're very much keeping an eye on the second apron, not only of their team, but others, and teams that will have to shed salary because of the second apron and the amount of big contracts we're going to see teams give to players. You're going to see it at the top, but that may dwindle in the middle of their roster. But we will see a more competitive league because of these new CBA changes and less of a chance of super teams and just more parity and dispersed talent.
Do you constantly read over some of these CBA agreements? I would assume that you do, to have a full understanding of terms like the apron, like we just talked about, or all the other things, the luxury tax, all the things that make deals possible.
It's one thing to have luxury tax. It's a whole nother animal now to have the second apron. And that, certainly for teams that are deep in the second apron, that limits their ability to go make major trades, to be able to sign players for more than the minimum. And we're seeing that happen to at least one or two teams around the league right now. So how will that impact things? But certainly the CBA being 50, 60, 70 pages, that's something you pour through before every calendar year.
It is just fascinating. When you look at the NBA, Shams, any changes you'd like to see?
To me, it's having players stay healthy, right? I would love to have a rule that players just play and the top players are there playing the most meaningful moments of regular season games and allowing players to have freedom defensively. And the league can find plenty of other ways to discourage players, but to allow players to really be there in the big moments, to defend at a high level. And I would just love to have a healthy serum that we can spread around the league and keep these guys in.
I think here at the table, we're all nodding our heads, looking up and down. We all agree completely with what you're saying. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. The Brooklyn Nets wasted no time hiring their next coach, Jordi Fernandez, shortly after the conclusion of last season. Despite his youth, Fernandez has been on the rise after stopping.
You know, DA, we've been talking about Jordi Fernandez for a long time. Now his big break, and I'm very happy. I know we all are for Coach Fernandez. Hey, David, thank you. And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. And a new group in for the Nets. Simmons checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Trendon Watford. Johnson, he's checked in for Bogdanovic. And it's Shake Milton in for Thomas. Milton, the screen on Brogdon. Here's Schroeder. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Wizards leading by 6. MP kicks to Bagley. It's Brogdon on the wing. And there's a foul. He'll go on Shake Milton. That's his first foul. Jobs, nothing gets a workout like your phone. We're here, we're talking NBA, we're watching this game. We got this great group here courtside. You've got 2 phones working, and I'm sure there's a third hidden in your bag. Can you estimate how many texts do you send and receive a day? Is there even a number we can put with that?
Kevin, how many texts do you get a day related to NBA info? You're coming at me. You know the job is, it's hundreds of messages flooding my phone on a daily basis. And the screen time usually in busy seasons tends to be closer to 18 to 20 hours. But this is what we signed up for. This is what we love to inform the audience. Oh,
and I know you love every second of it. Money out there with Jordan Poole. Then it's Sadiq Bey. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Baldwin in at the 4 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards. Money passes to Poole. 6 to shoot. Back to MP. Fires the 3, and the Wizards hit again from deep.
The defense a step slow. You can see the result.
Hey, Shams, we know you've reported on so many big trades that did happen. Were there ever a few that were close to happening but may have fallen apart at the 11th hour?
I always wait until things are 100% confirmed, but listen, there's always a trade or two that's viewed as done but just does not happen, whether it sours, whether something falls apart. There's always one deal or two that falls apart at the trade deadline or in the offseason. But I try to wait as best I can and make sure that when I report, it is confirmed.
Outstanding. Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Bonnie's checked in, and it's Whitehead in for Williams. Pass to Valanciunas. And here is MP. Back to Valanciunas. Kwame pulls it in. Shams, you've been around the NBA for a long time now. Which players do you enjoy watching the most?
greatness, especially the guys that are regarded among the greatest of all time, like LeBron James, like Stephen Curry, like Kevin Durant, you have to throw those in there. But this is a new era, a new crop. The Jason Tatums, Jaylen Browns, Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Have to throw Luka Doncic in there. You have Donovan Mitchell, you have Paolo Banchero, you have Tyrese Halliburton, you have Joel Embiid, you have Tyrese Maxey, Jimmy Butler, you have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Anthony Edwards, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Devin Booker, Zion Williamson, Anthony Davis, De'Aaron Fox, Victor Wembanyama. So let's not have anyone here left out.
All right. They're all fun to watch.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
The three from MP. MP showing the range.
And how about the last 5 made shots? All been threes. The defense is just giving up a barrage.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. You look at Denver. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
Well, right now for Washington, they're just so locked in right now. It doesn't matter who they're playing. I know it's still early in the season, but they may turn out to be the team to beat.
Brogdon finds Kispert. Here's MP from the arc. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. To the middle. Here's Schroeder. Good D by Brogdon.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Pass to MP. Outside, Bagley. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Bagley's got the lead up to 14 now for the Wizards. And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Oh, wasn't that wonderful? Easy to see why Shams has so many sources around the game. He's so easy to talk to.
Yeah, it's all about relationships at the end of the day. When the conversations come easily, that suits his purpose as a reporter.
Money, no good. Nets trail by 12. As formidable as they come. 22 wins in a row. It's just remarkable.
So few teams in the history of the NBA have ever put a streak like this together, so it's really impressive. My prediction, the streak continues.
And there's the call on Malcolm Brogdon. That's his first foul.
Second team.
So it's the Washington Wizards sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. And more than anything, their three-point shooting is what sparked a fantastic night from long range so far. Back to the action in just a minute.
And now, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. About the shot.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us. It would be an understatement to say it's been a great half for the Washington Wizards.
Vintage teamwork right there tonight. Everyone is looking to be the setup guy.
Yeah, when anyone could be the next to score, the defense can't tell what's coming. And the ball is certainly finding the open man.
Okay, guys, now let's see what the fans are buzzing about over on social media. You're going to love this one from 2K Hoops. Hooray! Who's the GOAT?
Of basketball?
Yeah, I'm not going to touch this one.
Okay, so I did a scientific study, and I can 100% confirm, without a shadow of a doubt, that the GOAT is...
Shaq, what happened to your mic? Did someone cut him off back there? Well, I guess we'll never know. That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more Hoops action.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, and through the first two quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Setting the floor for the Nets. The guard pair, Schroeder and Thomas. Watford out there with Nicholas Claxton. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3, the small forward. Claxton a screen on Poole. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
And they boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Between rebounding, interior scoring, and he shoots the 3. Brent, there's a lot to like about Jonas Valanciunas.
Yeah, Valanciunas has done a really good job of growing his game, Kevin, in today's game. I mean, the modern NBA have shooting bigs. JV has stepped out and proves that he can hit shots from the top of the key, but it's still that grinding, tough, physical play that you want on a nightly basis, and he gives it to you.
Now Schroeder still without a basket. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Bogdanovich, that's for 2, and again it's the Nets missing.
Might be time for the coaching staff to bust out a play for him to get going. 0 for 4 to start the half.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Thomas feeling it out a bit. Count that one. Thomas got 11 points.
All right, after 4 misses, they finally get one to go. That has to be a big relief for the offense after beginning this half on a bit of a cold streak.
On the wing, MP. He's guarded by Thomas, and the shot goes in.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Pass to Watford. Now, here's Thomas, covered by MP. Over MP, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Thomas got 4 this quarter.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Thomas against MP. And here is Poole. Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the NBA has split its draft into 2 days. The league's executive VP and head of operations, Joe Dumars, says rosters have expanded and we're seeing a larger influx in talent, a lot of times from the second round. This format will do justice to those slept-on players. Kevin?
And good stuff, D.A. Some Hall of Famers from that second round, for sure. Outside, Bogdanovich. Watford passes to Schroeder. Screened by Watford. And that one's good. Schroeder.
Yeah, Schroeder just letting this long shot fly when he finds the angle he wants.
And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And Washington. Here's money. Brent, of all the things I can ask you, I've thought about this one. What would you say is the most important thing a team has to do to be an NBA champion?
Kevin, it's pretty simple. Accept your role. And when that happens, stars will be stars, and role players will be there to support the stars in any way they possibly can. But to accept your role and to sacrifice for the good of the team, it's going to give you a chance to hold that trophy.
They've got Kispert. Jordan Poole is out there with MP. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Baldwin in at the 4. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. MP up top. He's guarded by Thomas. MP, no good. Nets trail by 19. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Defended by Kispert. Thomas inside. MP's there. And then Thomas with the dunk.
Nice decision making by Schroeder there with a terrific assist.
MP deciding where to go with it. And the layup is good. MP's got 4 this quarter.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Bogdanovich, no luck. Washington leading now by 19. Poole gets to Baldwin. Pass to MP. And a little luck that time, but it drops. MP's got 16 here in the second half.
What an incredible game so far for MP. He's showing no signs of slowing down.
Here's Claxton, and there's the foul. It'll go on Jordan Poole. That'll be his second foul. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. And they move on to the NBA Cup semifinal. These guys are firing on all cylinders.
And really doing their best to represent the Eastern Conference. This is a proud organization, and they have played with great pride.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long.